Management Agency to Oklahoma to personally oversee search, rescue, and recovery efforts. House Speaker John Boehner promised to work with the White House, and he became emotional when talking about fellow Congressman Tom Cole.
Oklahoma is his hometown, so obviously he's there.
But after the emotions of the day have passed, a government struggling to cut spending will have to pay for yet another mega disaster.
In the last 3 years, the federal government has spent $136 billion on disaster relief and recovery. That works out to about $400 per household per year.
But for now, though, political issues are on the sideline in Washington, and on the front line in Oklahoma, rescue workers and recovery teams have a lot of work to do. Brian Moore, NBC News, Washington.
The White House has not yet announced if the president will travel to Oklahoma, saying he doesn't want to distract from the rescue and recovery efforts right now. Estimates from the National Weather Service put this as an EF5 tornado, the largest possible kind there can be. They don't get bigger than this.
Right, so what does it really mean, and what weather elements play into the making of a twister? Storm Team forecaster Jesse Ricka taking a closer look at the Oklahoma tornado. That EF5 ranking really just came in, what, an hour ago?
Yeah, about an hour ago. The National Weather Service has been out there doing their damage surveys over the past just 24 hours, and initially they were saying there were several spots where there were EF4. You can see that wedge tornado right there, and that's typically usually a good indication that this is a strong, violent tornado, and these are very rare. You don't get them very often. We've only had 2 EF5 tornadoes ever go across Wisconsin, the entire state. But there's a whole lot of different factors that were going into this storm. We had some really warm, humid air on top of Oklahoma. We had a cold front in the jet stream off to the west of Oklahoma, and the kind of clashing of those two air masses created this spin in the atmosphere. So you have these southerly winds, like you see on the bottom of your screen there, that's at the surface. Up high aloft, you have these a different direction in the winds, and that creates a twist. And anytime you get that twist in the atmosphere, or different, what we call wind shear, it creates a little bit of spin, and eventually it could create a tornado. Still very difficult to predict, but something that was very unusual. Here's a preliminary look at the path. Now, initially today, people were saying it was about 20 miles an hour, or 20-mile long path cutting through Moore, Oklahoma. Started out actually a bit west of Newcastle, Oklahoma, and then ended up about 5 miles east of Moore, Oklahoma. So that whole path now officially was 17 miles long. At its widest point, it was 1.3 miles wide. So this was a very wide damage path. Again, very rare. The tornado warning was initially issued at 2:40 yesterday afternoon. It touched down at 2:56. So there was a 16-minute lead time, what we call. So when forecasters were going on saying there's a tornado, people had about 16 minutes to seek shelter. It was on the ground, though, for 40 minutes. And of course, that time it started when it initially touched down. 10 minutes later after it touched down, it went from an EF0 to an EF4 in the matter of 10 minutes. And that's just absolutely incredible. So this is just a big, huge storm system. There's that clashing of the air masses that I was talking about, also with the jet there. So this was an EF5, which you can't get any bigger than that. Estimated wind speeds 200 to 210 miles an hour at that peak point. Steve and Courtney.
All right, Jesse, thanks for the breakdown of everything. Storm Team forecaster Brian Gotter is in Oklahoma right now. He's going to bring us the personal stories of those who survived the tornado. Watch his live reports right here on today's TMJ4 starting at 5 tonight. You may remember Brian Gotter reported live for us from Joplin, Missouri, when a tornado tore through that community. Tomorrow actually marks the 2-year anniversary of that tragedy. It was the country's deadliest single tornado in decades. And we have amazing pictures coming out of the wake of the storm in Oklahoma.
A post office worker captured this video as a deadly tornado roared past him. CNN reporter Wayne Siemens says he was at work in Oklahoma City on Monday when it roared past. He describes it as that typical description you get, like a jet plane and a freight train.
And taking a look at the damage caused by the deadly tornado, FEMA deployed to the state's Emergency Operations Center Sunday ahead of this violent weather. The devastation is so bad, city officials raced to print new street signs to help guide rescuers and residents.
About 80 Oklahoma National Guard members in Moore, Oklahoma right now. They're involved in search and rescue operations. They'll also help establish a perimeter around some of those devastated areas. It's unclear if Wisconsin will call up any National Guard members to send to Oklahoma. Oklahoma.
Well, the heartbreak in the heartland has many of us wanting to lend a helping hand, just not sure how to do it.
Yeah, Melissa McCready shows us some ways we can help.
The local American Red Cross is on standby, ready to drive south if help is needed, and you can help too by donating in any way that you can.
This is an emergency response vehicle. We call it an ERV.
Sarah Briezewitz shows us the American Red Cross van ready for deployment.
They'll drive it down there, and then this will be used to feed people in the community.
Nearly 1,000 miles from the heartbreak in the heartland, the American Red Cross Southeast Wisconsin is already busy working to help others lend a hand.
Immediately after the tornado hit, we've been receiving calls. Everybody wants to do their part.
Briezewitz says the best way to help is to give financially. You can call, click, or text the contact numbers listed here. Donated items are not necessary at this time.
We spend the whole year gearing up for disasters, so we have warehouses throughout the United States that are stocked and ready to go when disasters happen.
Southeast Wisconsin's generous community helps make that possible.
The city of Milwaukee and southeastern Wisconsin alone is always extremely giving and wants to give back, and it's really great to see that.
If you cannot donate financially, but you still want to help, the Red Cross suggests donating blood as the need is greater during a natural disaster. Reporting in Milwaukee, Melissa McCready, today's TMJ4.
And our way of helping out, we've got a Red Cross phone bank going on right now at our studios here on Capitol Drive. The number to call in and make your donation, 888-363-0023. Let's keep those phones ringing and money coming in to the victims of the tornadoes in Oklahoma. Another look at that number, 888-363-0023. We'll be checking in with the phone bank over the next couple of hours to show you how even the smallest amounts of money can help the people of Moore, Oklahoma. Now, people devastated by the Oklahoma tornado need help, and Milwaukee is answering the call.
Yeah, Mike Jacobs in the newsroom with a story coming up new on Live at 5. Mike?
Thanks, Courtney and Steve. Well, from churches to the Wisconsin Humane Society, local groups and businesses are lining up to help people in Oklahoma. See what folks in our area are doing to lend a helping hand to those caught in the middle of this path of destruction. That's coming up on Live at 5, guys.
All right, thank you, Mike. And just to recap for you, the death toll has fallen but could climb again. 24 people are dead. That includes 9 children. At least 100 people were pulled alive from the rubble by rescuers. More than 230 people were hurt. We have more coverage of the heartbreak in the heartland to come,
including how you can avoid being scammed during this terrible tragedy.
And before we go to break, we want to take another live look from our Red Cross phone bank this afternoon. Good to see those volunteers on the phones. Please call 888-363-0023 to make a donation. The phone bank runs until 7 o'clock tonight. We're back after this.
Got something to smile about? A birth, job promotion, vacation? Email your photos and caption to I Contribute at TMJ4.com. Presented by Dental Associates. Smile more.
I don't have to get a new pair of frames. I can keep the frames that I love.
The Lens Kiosk is the best value you can find.
I have the freedom to buy my frames from wherever I want.
Choosing an innovative new Nissan is easier than ever. In fact, during our first Sign and Drive event, all you need to lease is one of these. Sign and drive the 2013 Nissan Rogue, or save up to $4,800 when you buy.
I need a pen. Boom. Whoa. Yep. Thanks.
Shop at ChooseNissan.com.
Oh, sorry, this is only for the Time Warner cable team.
What's this about faster internet?
With our fiber-rich network, you can get speeds up to 50 megs.
You know Time Warner Cable is the winning team.
We do. We know that.
You go to one TWC.
Internet, TV, and phones starting at only $89.99.
Call 1-855-1-TWC.
1-855-1-TWC.
Shouldn't be saying this, but if you call now, you get a $200 reward card.
Thank you.
Switch to a better entertainment experience. Guaranteed. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
Bank Mutual is here to help guide you through today's troubled financial waters.
Which means our banking pros wear many hats.
We make it our business
to know the needs of your business.
And to give you personalized answers to your personal banking questions. It's a goat. So give Bank Mutual a call. We'll keep you headed in the right direction. Bank Mutual. the bank you can really use.
The all-new Divino Wine & Dine on Milwaukee's East Side, featuring the original Palermo Villa pizza. Stop in late and order from our full menu, available all night long, or call anytime for delivery. Because at Divino, our kitchen's always open. Divino Wine & Dine, Milwaukee.
The Voice's Top 10 have amazed the nation. Tonight, find out which 8 will move on.
You're the complete package.
Plus, Usher and Shakira perform live with their teams. Then, after The Voice,
I still love you.
I never stopped loving you.
the grim season finale has an ending
Where's Nick?
you won't see coming. NBC's Grimm season finale. After The Voice live. Watch it tonight, 9/8 Central.
The heartbreak in the heartland reaches far and wide today. That tornado took out entire neighborhoods, leveling homes. Everything in its path just destroyed. The massive twister took out houses, an elementary school, and even did some damage to the main hospital there in Moore, Oklahoma. Help needed on so many fronts following this tragedy. That's why we are teaming up with the Red Cross today, holding a phone bank right now.
Carol Meekins is live in Studio D, where there's been an outpouring of support this afternoon. Carol, we've noticed the volunteers always on the phone every time we take that shot.
You know, and that's what makes us so happy, Courtney and Steve. We so far have raised $10,000, more than $10,000, and we have just been on the phone for a little time, and we are so excited to see all of you reaching out and wanting to help the people in Oklahoma. We've seen the devastation, we've seen the pictures, and I'm joined here by Tammy Garrison, and she is with Miller Coors. And Tammy, we are so excited to hear about what Miller Coors is doing to help some of the victims.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Carol. Well, first we want to say our hearts, our thoughts, our prayers go out to the people in Moore, Oklahoma. There's not much that we can do here from Milwaukee. They're so far away in Moore, Oklahoma, but what we can do is we can support the Red Cross. So what we've done is we've chosen as Miller Coors to partner with the American Red Cross, and we've set up a microsite, which is a website for our employees to be able to donate directly to the Red Cross, and we're going to actually match all of their donations.
That is wonderful, and Miller Coors has been very instrumental in helping people during disaster-stricken times, Tammy.
Yes, absolutely. We've donated water in the past, we've donated resources, we've donated our people, our time, our volunteers, but we've always chosen to partner with the American Red Cross because we know that they have the resources and the skill set that it takes to get out there and help the people that immediately need help, and that's food, that's shelter, that's emotional support to deal with what they're dealing with on such a large scale.
And we know that there's going to be a direct benefit from your donation.
Yes, absolutely. We know the Red Cross is already there. They're on the ground. They're helping people. It's very tangible that you can see what they're doing right now, right away. So it's very easy for us to say, yes, we want to give our money and our time to the Red Cross.
Well, Tammy Garrison, we appreciate you being with us this afternoon. And, you know, this is what it's all about. Miller Coors has decided to make it easy for their employees to donate, and they will match those donations. And we expect to raise thousands of dollars this evening, all with the help of you. Steve, Courtney, back to both of you.
And Carol, we're hearing from some of our viewers out there that the lines are very busy. They're calling again and again to try to get through. So remind people, if you're trying to get through, it may take you a couple of tries because so many people in this community are being very generous right now.
And you know, they don't disappoint. We've been here before, and people are so generous. And when a disaster happens, such as the recent tornadoes in the heartland, many people here, they want to find a way to help.
Karen Stiles of our Call for Action office joining us live in the newsroom right now with more information about how you can help now and in the future.
And Karen, what is the best way to do so?
Well, you know, Courtney, when a disaster of this magnitude occurs, many people want to rush to the area with supplies or offer hands-on efforts. However, even though this may be needed later, right now the best way to help is by donating money to the American Red Cross, Salvation Army, and other well-known organizations that are experienced in disaster relief efforts. It takes time to get the area safely cleared and ready for donated items and volunteers. And even if you wanted to donate items, there's no way to store or distribute these just yet. Disaster relief organizations do an excellent job of getting things into place, but these relief efforts are expensive, and these organizations could really use our financial support at this time.
Karen, what is the fastest and the most convenient ways to get this money to an organization?
Well, in addition to the phone bank, text a $10 donation to these organizations from your cell phone, or make a donation online by going directly to their website. We also have links for this information on TMJ4.com.
Karen, unfortunately, scammers jump into the mix on this. So what precautions should people take if they're planning to donate?
There will be a number of good, well-intentioned groups collecting money and donations to help those in need. But before you donate, make sure that you check things out. Be particularly careful of telemarketers that ask for banking or personal information over the phone. Phony websites that may look like a charity but do not end in .org, and emails with odd attachments or suspicious-looking links. If you're unsure, err on the side of caution and check things out by contacting the charity at a phone number listed in your local phone book. Stephen, Courtney?
Karen, all right. Thank you for that advice. And taking another live look at our phone bank, the American Red Cross phone bank, happening right now at today's TMJ4. Give volunteers a call, 888-363-0023. People making donations to the victims of the Oklahoma tornado. The phones have been very busy, we're hearing. Volunteers will be taking calls until 7 o'clock tonight. So
keep trying.
Yes, keep trying. You have plenty of time to make that donation. Storm Team 4 weather now. Let's get a check on how things look in our area.
Jesse Ritka with the very latest. We got some little pop-up storms here in southeast Wisconsin.
Yeah, we had a few. Most of those are out over the lake now, so there's still that chance because we have some of that heat and humidity. But I wanted to talk real quickly about yesterday's tornado. This is what we call a 3D image of that tornado. Basically, you take the radar data that scans the atmosphere, and this is a software part called Gibson Ridge, and it kind of gives you a three-dimensional view of what that storm looked like. So you can see some of the heavier rains over here. This is kind of the updraft in there, and then right here, this is actually the tornado touching down. So it just kind of gives you an idea of what that storm looks like from a 3D perspective. A lot of those winds and really heavy rain, all that debris is also showing up as well. But take a look at Viper radar right now. Still unsettled weather down to our south. Thankfully, it's out of Oklahoma City and out of the Moore area now. They did have some thunderstorms and some lightning there this morning. Of course, some heavy rain pushing through eastern portions of Oklahoma, but now we still have strong thunderstorms and even a couple thunderstorm warnings and even a chance for some tornadoes down in Texas, pushing into Arkansas as well. But that's all part of a moderate or strong risk that is issued by the Storm Prediction Center. Now, yesterday we were saying there was a slight chance for us to be included in that. The Storm Prediction Center pushed that all over to Michigan just because our air is a little bit more stable, don't have as much moisture to work with, and really kind of a lot of that moisture is being cut off by the storms down to our south. So we're left with a pretty pleasant afternoon if you like summer, if you like the heat and humidity. We even have a bit of a breeze right now in Menominee Falls to let things cool down a little bit. But high temps today topped out around 80 degrees, well above where we're supposed to be for this time of the year, which is 67. We're going to be looking at 60s back in the forecast for tomorrow. So again, tonight could see an isolated shower or two, but really just a very slight chance, and it should not be severe. Then tonight, that low pressure and colder air starts to push on into the east. Showers and thunderstorms, really not much of a chance for thunder throughout the day tomorrow, but a good chance for occasional showers throughout the day. Temps start to cool in the 60s on Wednesday, in the 50s on Thursday before high pressure settles on in. That'll give us a bit more sunshine, but it'll keep us on the cool side because it originates up in Canada. For tonight, 56 degrees, 57 degrees in Milwaukee tonight. We'll be lucky if we get there on Thursday. Again, possible isolated shower or thunderstorm tonight. Then tomorrow, I think you want to have the umbrella with you. It will be cooler, feeling much more like spring. It'll be a spring rain. 66 degrees. I think many of us pick up a half an inch during the day on Wednesday. Could see up to another half an inch overnight Wednesday and into Thursday morning. So could see a total of about an inch if we get there on Wednesday and into Thursday. Then things dry out Thursday afternoon. It will be colder and windy, 58 degrees, kind of a raw spring day. And then by the time we get to Friday, we're looking at a high of 60 degrees. Saturday, 62, mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. And those are going to be the best days out of Memorial Day weekend. Sunday and Monday look a little bit on the stormy side.
Plans for inside. Thank you, Jess. Coming up, your day's top headlines.
And before we go to break, another look from our Red Cross phone bank. The number 888-363-0023. We are told the lines are jammed with generous people trying to give money to the Red Cross. Keep on trying. They're at it till 7 o'clock. Stay with us here on today's TMJ4.
Milwaukee makes millions off of parking tickets. Now the city wants even more money.
The mission of the city of Milwaukee shouldn't be to stick it to people.
See the expensive new way drivers could be targeted, and you paid for it. Tonight at 10 on today's TMJ4.
Choosing an innovative new Nissan is easier than ever. In fact, during our first Sign and Drive event, all you need is one of these. Sign and drive Altima today.
I need a pen. Boom.
Shop at choosenissan.com.
The Kobe Jack Pub Burger is a bold twist on our butter burger. We're really excited about this burger.
Kobe Jack is a mild cheese, and it has just the right amount of melt.
That is good.
I think it's a perfect fit for this burger.
Seared Midwest beef, always fresh. It's got crispy onions on it. It's got steak sauce, 4 peppercorn mayo. We top it with your Kobe Jack cheese, all served on a zesty artisan bun. It's one layer of flavor after another. Welcome to Delicious.
Where is my jacket? Find my dress.
Time Warner Cable lets HBO go anywhere, because we give you Game of Thrones wherever you are, on any screen. Whatever you're passionate about, we invent better ways to love it even more. Call today and get a $200 reward card. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
What makes the Sleep Number store different?
You walk into a conventional mattress store, it's really not about you.
They say, well, if you want a firm bed, you can lay on one of those. We provide the exact individualization that your body needs.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Once you experience it, there's no going back.
At the Sleep Number Memorial Day sale, save on the closeout of our classic special edition bed set, now just $12.99. A savings of $600. Only at the Sleep Number store. Sleep Number. Comfort. Individualized.
What's better than latching in your child seat? Only doing it once. Easy Flex seating comes standard in the new Nissan Pathfinder. Easy does it. Choose Pathfinder and sign and drive today. Shop at choosenissan.com.
When you need the truth. When you need answers. Today's TMJ4 News. When you need someone on your side.
Social media has played a big part in the heartbreak in the heartland.
Pope Francis tweeted this message of support. He said, "I am close to the families of all who died in the Oklahoma tornado, especially those who lost young children. Join me in praying for them."
A lot of people have connections to Oklahoma. Vikings running back Adrian Peterson tweeted, "My heart is with the people of Oklahoma City, and my thoughts and prayers stay safe." Peterson went to college in Oklahoma.
And the heartbreak in the heartland hit close to home for country music star Toby Keith. He tweeted, "Hometown got hit for the gazillionth time. Rise again, more Oklahoma. Godspeed, praying, T."
And remember, you still do have time to make a difference.
The Red Cross phone bank running until 7 o'clock tonight. To make a donation, call that number on your screen, 888-363-0023. If it's busy, keep on trying. You'll get through eventually.
How fast do raindrops fall? Including wind-driven rain, most raindrops fall between 7 and 18 miles per hour. Today's TMJ4 Weather Calendar Trivia, brought to you by Pick and Save.
Minivan Madness at Rostero Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. 0% for 84 months. 2013 Dodge Grand Caravan, $199 a month. 2013 Chrysler Town & Country, $309 a month. $1,000 gas card with any new vehicle purchase. 2 convenient locations, Highway 33 West Bend, 76th Street, Milwaukee.
With a city like this, you better bring your A game. Come see why Chicago is second to none. Visit ChooseChicago.com to plan your trip today.
What does a stingray feel like? Find out at Stingray Touch, a brand new experience at Shed Aquarium for a limited time.
This week, it's Calder's half-price furniture, appliance, and bedding event.
That means furniture from Lane, England, Flex Steel, Broyhill, and Natuzzi. Even special orders are half price. Choose from Kohler's biggest in-stock appliance selection ever. Whirlpool, Amana, Frigidaire, Maytag, and KitchenAid, half price. Even Serta Bedding, half price. The half price Memorial Day furniture, appliance, and bedding event starts now. Only at Kohler's.
If you think a prune is a prune, you haven't tried Sunsweet, the amazing prune. Enjoy Plum Amazins, diced prunes.
I'd put these on a salad. These would be perfect for cookies.
Delicious and nutritious. Sunsweet, the amazing prune.
There you go. All right. Good night. You too.
I'm going to dream about that steak.
I'm going to dream about that tiramisu.
What a night, huh? But can the test drive be over now? Head back to the dealership.
Oh, yeah.
It's practically yours.
Sorry.
But we still need your signature. Volkswagen Sign Then Drive is back, and it's never been easier to get a Passat. That's the power of German engineering. Get 0 down, 0 do it signing, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on any new Volkswagen. Visit VWDealer.com today.
If you see breaking news, contact the Today's TMJ4 tip line, 414-963-4444, or email news@tmj4.com. Brought to you by Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Your teams, your players, your schools.
We're going to step back from tornado coverage for a few moments to bring you some local news now. Family and friends will hold a vigil tonight for a missing 22-year-old girl. Jessica Benson has not been seen in nearly 2 weeks. That vigil at 6 at the Educators Credit Union on West Appleton Avenue. That's where Jessica worked. Now, a couple days before she disappeared, her bank was robbed. 2 people have been charged in a bank holdup. Kevin Blackburn and Ricardo Perkins are accused of rolling through the drive-through lane, passing a threatening note to the teller, and then taking off with the money.
Milwaukee police investigating a serious car crash today. It happened just before 3 a.m. on Santa Monica, just south of Hampton. A car left the road, knocking down a light pole before it came to a stop. And check this out.
You have a lot of people that are here to help you out, all right? Please don't do this.
Milwaukee County deputies doing good things here. They stop a man from jumping off the Marquette interchange. The deputies found an 18-year-old man sitting on the bridge wall on Friday with both legs dangling over the edge. Deputies were able to talk him off that ledge. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today at 4.
More news coming up for you on Live at 4:30.
But before we go to break, we can't show you this enough. A live look from our Red Cross phone bank this afternoon. If the lines are busy, keep trying to call to help the Oklahoma tornado victims. The number's on your screen, 888-363-0023.
The all-new 2013 Lincoln MKZ has arrived at Heiser. You really need to experience this completely reinvented Lincoln. There's no reason to pay more for a European luxury ride. Check out Lincoln Luxury at the 2012 Best Domestic Auto Dealership, Heiser Lincoln.
For the supplies you need for everyday living, it's good to know there's Blaine's Farm and Fleet. For work, for play, or around the home, Farm and Fleet has been the place you can count on for quality name brand products that make things easier and more affordable. Save $4 on gallons of Legend Premier interior paint. Select cans of Rust-Oleum Stops Rust spray paint, only $2.99. And save 10% on select in-stock Shoreline painting accessories. For more than 55 years, great brands, great prices. That's Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
When we first met Eric, we knew right away that he was as unique as the Children's Miracle Network hospitals that have treated him since he was born. With the generous support of our customers and employees, Speedway has donated more than $50 million to support local children's hospitals.
Right here in the communities we serve.
And all during the month of May.
A portion of every Speedy Freeze or fountain drink sale at Speedway goes directly to Children's Miracle Network hospitals.
From all of us at Speedway and all the kids you're helping.
We like to say thanks.
The convenience stores of Speedway.
This is iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio makes you want to move.
When you have a great melody, a song can last
Forever. Instantly connected.
I love it when the beat goes boom.
iHeartRadio is the way I get to you.
The biggest song, the biggest artist,
all in one place.
iHeartRadio.
I'll see you there.
Such a funny episode.
I wish I had DVR'd it.
What'd you say? With Time Warner Cable, you can view a show you missed up to 72 hours after it's aired.
It's called Look Back.
At no additional cost.
Of course it's free. If you don't lift your game, I am going to have to trade you.
He's a rookie.
Yeah, it's his first week.
Well, in that case, welcome to the team, Rook.
Switch to a better entertainment experience and ask how you can get a $200 Visa reward card. Just call and save. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better. Guaranteed.
Heiser Lincoln is proud to announce that we are the #1 certified pre-owned Lincoln dealership in the state. So if you're ready to move up to luxury, you've got to see Heiser.
From today's TMJ4.
This is breaking news now on your
This
side.
is terrible. This is war zone terrible.
The scale of destruction in Oklahoma is just unbelievable. 24 people are dead after a tornado ripped through the heart of Moore, Oklahoma. Among the dead, 9 children. Hundreds more are hurt. The search for survivors and additional victims continues this afternoon. The massive tornado flattened neighborhoods, left them a tangled mess of concrete, wood, and twisted metal.
The storm carved a path at one point that was 3 miles wide and 17 miles long. Our Jesse Ricca has a look at the path the twister took when it touched down Monday. Jesse.
Yeah, that pretty much started a little bit to the west of a little town called Newcastle. Now, it started off as an EF0 tornado. Eventually, within about 10 minutes, it strengthened to an EF4 strength. And that was kind of the initial start of what was going to become this monster tornado. I'm going to change over the graphics here so I can show you exactly where that tornado path was, and then we can take that for you. Here we go. All right, so it started again about 5 miles to the west of Newcastle, and that again very quickly, rapidly turned into an EF4 strength. Initially, the path length was estimated to be about 20 miles. Now, the National Weather Service in Norman, Oklahoma, finished their initial survey, 17-mile long. That's how long it was on the ground. It was on the ground basically from 2:56 until 3:36, so 40 minutes on the ground. They did have about 16 minutes of pre-warning. So the tornado warning was issued 16 minutes before the tornado touched down, and again, it strengthened to about an EF4 within 10 minutes. Now, officially, it has been rated an EF5. There were points along the damage path that they found EF5 damage because the peak winds 200 to 210 miles an hour. You can't get any bigger than this kind of tornado. The enhanced Fujita scale stops at an EF5, guys.
Right, Jesse, thanks. Storm Team forecaster Brian Gotter is in Oklahoma right now. He will be bringing us the emotional stories unfolding in the wake of that deadly tornado. We're going to watch his live reports starting at 5 tonight. 2 years ago, Brian was in Joplin, Missouri after that deadly tornado rolled through. 2 years to the day tomorrow. So he is in Oklahoma City, and he will be on the ground for us there.
Today's first light shed a new view on the widespread damage in Oklahoma. As you can see from above, homes and buildings just blown off their foundations and then flattened by this tornado. Devastation goes on for blocks and blocks in some neighborhoods. The chopper pilot for NBC's affiliate in Oklahoma City described just how enormous this twister was as it moved through the area.
You can see the definition of the tornado right there with the rain on the far right side. But at one point, it was just so big that it appeared that whole wall cloud, like if you look at the top of the screen, the wall cloud had just came all the way down to the ground because that debris ball, like Mike said, was 2.5 miles wide, and it was continuing to just rip and grind right through Moore.
President Obama has already declared Oklahoma a major disaster area, ordered federal aid to help with state and local recovery efforts. The search for survivors continues today in Moore, Oklahoma. The fire department was joined by a rescue team all the way from Lincoln, Nebraska today to search a bowling alley in the town. No survivors or victims were found. They then moved on to their next location to search, and that's going to be an ongoing process for quite some time. That tornado in Oklahoma killed at least 24 people, again, injuring many more.
NBC's Lester Holt shows us the impact of this violent weather on the storm's youngest victims.
Oh my God! Just before 3 p.m., winds of up to 200 miles an hour took aim at Plaza Towers Elementary School in the suburb of Moore.
This is terrible. This school is completely gone.
In an instant, the safe haven of a school became a pile of crushed walls and twisted metal as kids held on for their lives.
I had to hold on to the wall to keep myself safe because I didn't want to fly away in the tornado. A light went down and it hit me in the head, and all the other girls were screaming and they were crying.
Emergency crews were in a desperate search to find children in the rubble, including this boy pulled from beneath a collapsed wall. Many of the kids who got out of this school alive have a brave teacher to thank.
I don't know what that lady's name is, but she had 3 little kids underneath her. Good job, teach.
In fact, that teacher protected even more lives.
I was on top of 6 kids.
On top of 6 children?
I was lying on top of them.
And they're all okay?
All of mine are okay.
But not every child made it out of this destruction.
This is no longer a search and rescue operation. It's now a recovery mission.
Under the debris, 7 children were found dead on a lower level of the school in a pool of water where they drowned.
And I understand they're going to start pulling these tiny victims out of the rubble here shortly.
It's too difficult, Lance. I'm so sorry.
Less than 2 miles away at the Briarwood School in South Oklahoma City, the news was happier. The tornado ripped through classrooms, but with no known fatalities. Teachers comforted their students. At both schools, moms and dads hugged their children on one of the worst days ever.
And then I came out and I saw the cars and I saw the houses and I just started crying so hard.
All right, honey. You are never, ever going to go through this again.
And that tragedy in Oklahoma has school districts in southeastern Wisconsin looking at their emergency plans. The Wauwatosa School District does practice several emergency drills throughout the year. They just had a drill several weeks ago where a huge tornado touched down, like the one in Joplin, Missouri, 2 years ago.
Doesn't mean that we could go through it. It would be perfectly executed, but it's idea, how do you confront something like that?
The district is also making sure students know what to do when it comes to tornadoes, like getting away from the windows and finding a low-lying area or a basement. Today's TMJ4 gives you a first-hand look at the heartbreak in the heartland.
Mike Jacobs in the news right now with a story coming up new on Live at 6.
Thanks, Steve and Courtney. Well, storm team forecaster Brian Gotter used to live in Oklahoma. Now he takes us on a guided tour of the devastation left by yesterday's killer tornado. That's coming up on Live at 6, guys.
All right, Mike, thank you. And let's recap things for you. The death toll has fallen from yesterday, but could climb back up again as this recovery mission continues. 24 people are dead. That does include 9 children. At least 100 people were pulled alive from the rubble by rescuers. More than 200 people and 230 people were hurt. We have more coverage of the heartbreak in the heartland to come.
Before we go to break, let's take another live look at our Red Cross phone bank over in Studio D here on Capitol Drive. The number is 1-888-363-0023. Our phone bank goes until 7 o'clock tonight. If the lines are busy when you call, keep on trying. You will get through. If you can't make it through today, we will do this again tomorrow, helping raise money here in Milwaukee for those people suffering so much in the heart of Oklahoma. Stay with us.
Milwaukee makes millions off of parking tickets. Now the city wants even more money.
The mission of the city of Milwaukee shouldn't be to stick it to people.
See the expensive new way drivers could be targeted, and you paid for it. Tonight at 10 on today's TMJ4.
The Colby Jack Pub Burger is a bold twist on our butter burger. We're really excited about this burger.
Colby Jack is a mild cheese, and it has just the right amount of melt.
That is good.
I think it's a perfect fit for this burger.
Seared Midwest beef, always fresh. It's got crispy onions on it. It's got steak sauce, 4 peppercorn mayo. We top it with your Colby Jack cheese, all served on a zesty artisan bun. It's one layer of flavor after another. Welcome to Delicious.
On the train test range, the search for any possible weakness continues. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard.
Get 0% APR financing for 36 months or up to a $1,250 instant rebate when you purchase a qualifying train heating and cooling system. Call Comfort Air Heating and Cooling, or Ideal Mechanical, or Vorpagel Service.
It's hard to stop a train.
When the history of this season is written, it'll be written in the mud, sweat, and tears of the combatants and on the carpet of your vehicle. unless you have WeatherTech floor liners. WeatherTech liners are laser measured to custom fit and protect your specific make and model. Front, back, even up the sides. Dirt and spills stay in the liner until you wash them away. Order your WeatherTech floor liners at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CAR-MATS. Complete protection, completely American made. Order your WeatherTech protection today at WeatherTech.com.
Heartbreak in the heartland as tornadoes devastate Oklahoma. Stay with today's TMJ4 for breaking news coverage. Plus, the stories of survival, stories of hope, and the ways all of us in Wisconsin can help. Today's TMJ4 News.
And the heartbreak in the heartland is an American tragedy, but we stand united behind the people of Moore, Oklahoma this afternoon. This picture of Old Glory in the midst of all this devastation sums it up pretty well today. Americans standing ready to help in any way we can. And there's been an outpouring of support from everyone.
We all pull together at times like this.
We are helping raise funds for the victims of the Oklahoma tornado today.
And here in Milwaukee, we've got a Red Cross phone bank running. It's in our studios right here on Capitol Drive. Carol Meekins on the other side of the building to tell us about the enormous generosity of you, our viewers.
You know, we've gotten so much good response, Stephen, Courtney. We have raised just really thousands of dollars to help the cause, and we're very happy to have Chief Flynn with us this afternoon because he says he is here because he knows this is an important cause and he understands solidarity for helping people in disaster.
Well, one thing we know about disasters such as this is the first response is always a local response. It's local police, local firefighters, local emergency management personnel, but no locality can do it alone. And indeed, when the devastation is great enough, no state can do it alone. It's times like this we're really called upon to act together. And with an asset such as the Red Cross, you have an opportunity to generate donations to someone who can deploy rapidly in support of emergency service workers and really help people on the ground.
Yeah, it is very important. And Chief, we talked a little bit off camera. You said you do not deploy officers to a zone unless you are asked. Why is that?
Well, what we've seen handling other disasters, both man-made and natural in the past, is that if too many first responders are dispatched and self-dispatch themselves, they cause a problem. They literally cause a traffic jam. They often are standing by for long hours unusable because there's no plan to integrate them into operations. And so what we've learned the hard way is to pace our mutual aid. And what happens is the state of Oklahoma will make requests to other states through the Emergency Management Compact. And what that means is if they make a request that gets forwarded as far as Wisconsin, Wisconsin will deploy assets in support of a plan that can then be integrated seamlessly into local operations, as opposed to having a glut of resources initially and then no follow-on capacity because everybody's exhausted.
Yeah, and the good news is that people now, though, they can send money, and that money will go directly to the people who need it.
Well, I think what's remarkable about this event today is exactly the money is being channeled to someone who knows how to spend it. Sometimes when there's a disaster like this, people reach for their checkbooks, they open up their wallets and their hearts, but the money just kind of pours in. There's no, pre-planning on how to spend it. But with the Red Cross as the intermediary here, it's going to go for food, it's going to go for shelter, it's going to go for emergency clothing and blankets and shelters. And so that, top-notch professionals with vast experience in disaster management are going to be, operating in support of local emergency managers with the resources provided today.
Very important. Chief Ed Flynn, we appreciate you being with us this evening and taking your time to let us know that we want your dollars and ask for your support to help the many victims, hospitals, hundreds of victims being treated as we speak. Dozens of those are children. And you can call the numbers on your screen until 7 p.m. to help with the heartbreak in the heartland and give money to those who need it the most. Steve, Courtney, back to both of you.
All right, Carol, Chief Flynn, thank you both very much. Coming up, more coverage of the heartbreak in the heartland.
Taking a live look from Chopper 4 right now with Power Zoom. We're going to show you our beautiful day and what the forecast holds for us. Jesse Ricca telling us whether we have the potential for severe weather here. We're back after this.
And this is our primetime lineup tonight. Wisconsin tonight at 6:30. An NBC News special on the tornadoes in Oklahoma at 7. The Voice at 8. Grimm at 9. And then more local news on Live at 10.
And tonight at 10, it is a high-tech new way for Milwaukee to slap drivers with parking tickets. But wait till you hear what it costs. With the city already making millions on tickets, the I-Team exposes the costly new way it wants to make even more money. And you paid for it. Tonight at 10 on today's TMJ4.
During Steinhoffel's Memorial Day sale, save 30 to 70% store-wide when you take an extra 10% off, plus 0% financing for 60 months. Only at Steinhoffel's.
Hey, look. Shooting star. Make a wish.
I wish we could lie here forever.
I wish this test drive was over, so we could head back to the dealership.
It's practically yours.
Test drive.
But we still need your signature. Volkswagen Sign Then Drive is back, and it's never been easier to get a Jetta. That's the power of German engineering. It's 0 down, 0 do-it signing, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on any new Volkswagen. Visit VWDealer.com today.
When we first met Eric, we knew right away that he was as unique as the Children's Miracle Network hospitals that have treated him since he was born. With the generous support of our customers and employees, Speedway has donated more than $50 million to support local children's hospitals.
Right here in the communities we serve.
And all during the month of May.
A portion of every Speedy Freeze or fountain drink sale at Speedway goes directly to Children's Miracle Network hospitals.
From all of us at Speedway and all the kids you're helping.
We like to say thanks.
The convenience stores of Speedway.
Tired of calls, levies, and liens from the IRS or hiring others who don't get the job done? Call Wall & Associates and you'll never talk to the IRS again. We have the professionals who know how to solve tax problems. If you owe money to the IRS, your tax problems are not going away by themselves. Call Wall & Associates right now to speak with a professional tax relief agent.
Call Wall & Associates now at 414-434-7146.
As you prepare for Memorial Day, don't forget the soup. Carsoup.com, that is. The Carsoup.com Memorial Day sales event is going on right now. You'll find incredible prices on thousands of used cars, new cars, plus financing specials, factory rebates, discounts, and more. Visit Carsoup.com to see them all. But hurry, the Carsoup.com Memorial Day sales event ends Monday. The deals are delicious at Carsoup.com, your search engine for all engines.
The Voice's Top 10 have amazed the nation. Tonight, find out which 8 will move on.
You're the complete package.
Plus, Usher and Shakira perform live with their teams. Then, after The Voice...
I still love you.
I never stopped loving you. The grim season finale has an ending...
Where's Nick?
...you won't see coming. NBC's Grimm season finale. After The Voice live. Watch it tonight, 9/8 Central.
Yesterday we were talking about how similar this was to the 1999 path in Moore, Oklahoma. Put that on there in red. This is from Weather Underground. That red path there starts down to the south and to the west of Moore, goes just to the north of it. Also in 2003, tornado originated in Moore and went up to the north into the off to the east. But 2003, this one, of course, went right through the town, but very kind of similar storm paths in the past 15 years or so. This was a pretty serious situation yesterday. Of course, the National Weather Service in Norman officially calling this an EF5 tornado, the highest you can possibly get. Take a look at Viper right now, though. You can see the storm still down to our south in portions of Oklahoma, into Texas, Arkansas, and Louisiana. Portions of those areas are under tornado watches. That energy still pushing in from that same storm system that brought the tornadoes yesterday. Now we are still in the warm section of this huge storm system, but you can see a lot of storms and showers down to our south. That's kind of trapping the moisture away from us. So any shower or thunderstorm that develops, really the chances are becoming less and less, and just could see a couple of those, but again, nowhere near what they dealt with in Moore, Oklahoma. It was again officially categorized as a category EF5, enhanced Fuji to number 5 because the wind speeds were 200 to 210 miles an hour at its peak. Of course, this was also a 17-mile-long tornado. It was on the ground for 17 miles, and at its widest point, 1.3 miles. For us, tranquil weather. It feels a little bit more like summer, very sticky out there. A few cumulus clouds. Those are fair weather clouds now. Did see a few darker looking clouds, a little rain sodden clouds, had a few popcorn showers pop up, but overall just going to be looking at that chance diminishing. So if you're headed out to the Brewers game, good chance the roof will be open. 76 degrees for the first pitch tomorrow. Kind of a different story. We're watching in that colder side of this storm system move on in, so that'll bring occasional rain showers. That's a noon game. 60 degrees for that first pitch tomorrow. So kind of a different story as we watch this warm sector head off to the east. No more in our forecast tomorrow. Colder air wraps around behind this storm system. Looking at periods of off and on rain showers throughout the day. May catch an isolated thunderstorm, but overall, you'll notice a cooling trend and kind of a rainy trend throughout Wednesday and into Thursday morning. High pressure will bring more sunshine by Thursday evening and into Friday. For tonight, though, 57 degrees. Again, a couple spotty showers possible overall, though, so some of those softball games should be mainly dry. Tomorrow, colder, raining. Could see a ½ an inch tomorrow and another ½ an inch throughout the overnight on Wednesday. Thursday, much colder. Morning rain showers coming to an end. And then Friday, not too bad. 60 degrees, mostly sunny, slightly cool to start off Memorial Day weekend, and then just spotty chances on Sunday and Monday. Not a washout for Memorial Day weekend, but I say plan your outdoor festivities on Saturday.
Okay, we can do that.
Still grill in the rain.
Yeah.
Just need a little overhang.
Just get an umbrella hat.
Thanks, Jesse.
Stylish.
And stay tuned, more to come this afternoon.
And as we go to break, can't show you this enough. 888-363-0023. That's the number to call into our Red Cross phone bank. Call in, give generously. Your money here can help those hurt so much in Oklahoma. Stay with us.
I love my new Champion windows. Champion's lifetime warranty is incredible.
Right now, save 25% on windows and more.
Hurry into Menards during the Race to Savings sale and keep your family safe with products from Kidde. This digital carbon monoxide alarm features an easy-to-read digital display and includes batteries, only $19.99. Update your kitchen with a new faucet from Moen, now all on sale. Choose from the stylish Soledad High Arc with matching side sprayer or the Renzo Kitchen Pullout, both in a chrome finish. Your choice, just $69 each after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Show Dirt who's boss with Stanley Steamer. And right now, get 2 rooms of carpet and a hall professionally deep cleaned for just $99. Order now using promo code HOME.
Stanley Steamer gets carpet cleaner.
Mom loved her home, but it was just too much for her and for me. Now she has her own private residence at Regency. They do the work, so we can spend quality time together.
Ask Regency Senior Communities to tailor an affordable care program for you.
When I met Mike, he had always wanted to open a barbecue restaurant. Sometimes it's hectic, but it's nice to be here with our family on a daily basis.
The GFS Marketplace, those people are family too. They have everything that you need for cooking barbecue at home. Top quality meats and spices.
They have all of the condiments and fixings for grilling out.
Anyone can shop at GFS Marketplace, and I think everybody should.
You have peripheral neuropathy.
I described the pain in my leg. The other doctors I went to, they prescribed medication. Gabapentin, Lyrica, Neurontin, Cymbalta. All I wanted was for the pain to stop. What I wanted was HealthWorks Wellness Center.
A team of doctors with a new treatment that will give you your life back. That's HealthWorks Wellness Center.
An end to the pain.
Call now for a free phone consultation with one of our doctors. 262-695-6744.
When you think about it, you can really make a game out of anything, like celebrating 25 years of fun. It's a new $1 scratch game from the Wisconsin Lottery. Simply scratch the dollar signs, reveal a dollar amount, win that dollar amount. There are 7 chances to win with a top prize of $2,500. Celebrating 25 years of fun with scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are, you'll like them.
A lot of help is needed following the heartbreak in the Heartland. Live look from our Red Cross phone bank across the building in Studio D. Keep your calls coming in. If the phone lines are busy, keep trying. They're doing this till 7 o'clock tonight. 888-363-0023 is the number to call. It's been a little over 24 hours since that tornado tore through a suburban area outside Oklahoma City. People there are still trying to grasp all that devastation.
And let's take a look at the destruction through the eyes of journalists and witnesses.
These are live pictures of a funnel cloud that has just developed. It appears to be on the ground in Oklahoma City. This all just minutes after the National Weather Service issued a tornado warning for metropolitan Oklahoma City, an entire population of 171,000 people.
This type of tornado will just level towns. Honestly, this is getting very scary. Right now, this storm is, oh my goodness, it's 3/4 of a mile wide, and it's moving into eastern or western sides of Moore, and it is coming into highly populated areas.
Our worst fears are becoming realized this afternoon. We certainly hope everyone heeded the warnings, but it's a populated area, and we just fear that not everyone may have gotten the word, but we certainly hope that's the case.
The home.
If you see breaking news, send your video or pictures to the Today's TMJ4 tip line. Email icontribute@tmj4.com. Brought to you by Time Warner Cable's Sports Channel. Your teams, your players, your schools.
Do you really understand all it is about the type of cancer that you have? Have you done some research on it? Have you asked your doctor as many questions as you possibly can think of?
Here at Cancer Treatment Centers of America, we can offer patients options and treatments that they may have never heard about. And information means power. The more you know, the more you have the power and the control to make the best decisions for you.
If you or someone you love has complex or advanced stage cancer, go to cancercenter.com/second opinion to learn how we can provide a second opinion and possible treatment options you haven't considered.
This is a life-altering journey you're about to embark upon. You really need to understand all the options.
Go to cancercenter.com/second opinion. Cancer Treatment Centers of America and Northern Illinois. Care that never quits. Appointments available now.
Such a funny episode.
I wish I had DVR'd it.
What'd you say? With Time Warner Cable, you can view a show you missed up to 72 hours after it's aired.
It's called Look Back.
At no additional cost.
Of course it's free. If you don't lift your game, I am going to have to trade you.
He's a rookie. Yeah, it's his first week.
Well, in that case, welcome to the team, Rook.
Switch to a better entertainment experience and ask how you can get a $200 Visa reward card. Just call and save. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better. Guaranteed.
Bank Mutual is here to help guide you through today's troubled financial waters.
Which means our banking pros wear many hats.
We make it our business to know the needs of your business and to give you personalized answers to your personal banking questions. It's a goat. So give Bank Mutual a call. We'll keep you headed in the right direction. Bank Mutual, the bank you can really use.
Somebody should address this.
You ask, we investigate.
Why does this keep happening?
Just go to TMJ4.com and tell us your story. Then watch Live at 10. From today's TMJ4.
This is breaking news now on your side.
I've never heard roar like that before. Oh my God, it's gonna go just to our north.
New video captures the terrifying moments right before a monster tornado slams into an elementary school. All the students could hear were constant tornado sirens and the deafening roar of the storm.
We are covering all angles of the heartbreak in the heartland, from the people who are trying to clean up and don't know where to start to the search for survivors.
Brian Gotter is live on the ground in Moore, and we opened the phone line so you could help. The Red Cross is here taking donations.
And here's what we know right now. About an hour ago, the National Weather Service said that tornado was an EF5, the most powerful tornado on record.
At 200 miles per hour, those winds were so strong they knocked the glasses right off people's faces. There have been conflicting reports about the death toll. Right now, it stands at 24. 9 of the people killed were children. The encouraging news is that is down from early estimates.
Rescuers have searched nearly all of Moore, Oklahoma, but as Sarah Dolph reports, officials vow to keep searching just to be sure.
A day after a twister cut a violent path through Moore, Oklahoma, rescuers work non-stop to find victims trapped in the rubble.
We will be through
every damaged piece of property in this city at least 3 times before we're done.
Volunteers are going house to house to see who needs help or supplies, many of them overwhelmed by the destruction.
It sounds cliche, but speechless.
You look at it, there's not really, what can you say? I mean, everything is gone.
Homeowner Frances Burris returned to front windows blown in, glass littering the Bible she carried in her wedding to her late husband.
I think I'm numb.
Are you?
I really think I'm emotionally numb right now.
The half-mile-wide tornado touched down Monday afternoon, following a similar course to another deadly twister in 1999.
We're in the path now.
Where do we go? South?
South. Just go south. Yeah, go south. Keep going. We're okay. We're pulling away from it, Emily. We're doing fine.
In a matter of minutes, homes were flattened, cars crushed, and 2 elementary schools extensively damaged. The path of devastation extended 20 miles.
The grandfather of tornadoes came yesterday.
The roof at Plaza Towers Elementary was sheared off and some children inside killed. First responders and volunteers pulled survivors from the rubble.
Those kids at Plaza Towers, I own a home child care and I can't imagine. I went to pick the kids up early from school and I'm so glad that I did.
The look of shock is still on everyone's faces here as they comb through what's left of their lives.
Where did you find it?
And as they work to help each other. In Moore, Oklahoma, Sarah Dolph, NBC News.
And as you heard Sarah say, this tornado followed the same path as the one in 1999. Now, I was down there in 1999. I saw the damage firsthand, and so did my colleague Brian Gotter, and he's back there in Moore, Oklahoma right now. Brian, as I say, you're very familiar not only with that area, but with the tornado that hit back in 99. What are you seeing right now?
Oh, well, John, anytime you have winds over 200 miles per hour, it's just devastating, as you can see behind me. And these are brick homes. Oklahoma homes are solid brick, and they are leveled for the most part. Maybe a wall standing here or there where the chimney is. You see the trees pretty much just standing with and debarked, basically. That is a sign of a major F4, F5 tornado. Where we're standing right now is the F5 portion of it. They're saying a majority of this path is F4, but from about a quarter of a mile to my west, through where that bowling alley is, the medical center, and then across I-35, that is where the F5 damage is. And comparing it to 99, you didn't see these piles of damage where it was at its worst. When you had 318 mile per hour winds, all that was left was the slab. It's devastating, and not trying to minimize it, but comparing it to 99, that's the worst tornado that we've had in the United States. And I mean, this is devastating. There's nothing pretty much left around the region. You can see the bowling alley I was talking about earlier, those have metal beams that have just basically split in half in some areas. But what's so fascinating about tornadoes, John, as you know, the bowling pins are still standing on the lanes, but the structure is completely destroyed. And you can see this neighborhood we were walking around earlier. There is not much left except for piles of rubble, cars tossed around like toys. Very similar to Joplin just 2 years ago, almost to the date. It takes your breath away. The sun is finally out. It's been raining all day, storms, no severe weather. But as we were driving slowly down I-35 and all the traffic, all of a sudden you got into that debris field that was 2.5 miles wide, and then you turn a corner, and it literally takes your breath away. We were on AM 620 talking with Jeff Wagner as we were coming into town, and I actually had to pause a couple of times because as many times as you cover this stuff, you turn a corner, and you're in it just like that, and it has been very devastating. Good stories though of survival. There's a tornado shelter just across the street over here that held about 15 to 20 people. Without that, I think the death toll in this neighborhood would have been much worse. John?
Okay, Brian, you know, you've been to Joplin, you're at this tornado devastation right now, and you were back there in 99. Pretty much seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, once those winds get over 200 miles per hour, you have nowhere to go but below ground.
Exactly, and that is exactly right. And there are people here, even with their storm shelters, saying that the winds were so strong that the door to the storm shelter underground was blown off, just like in the movie Twister. They literally were holding on to the door, and then it blew away, and all the debris came into the shelters. So, and a lot of rain on top of that. So we've heard about flooding, the drowning of the students, obviously, in the elementary school, which is just about a mile to our west. A gentleman we spoke to, which we'll talk to tonight, his daughter was in that school but survived. She was a 6th grader. So as I mentioned, a lot of stories of survival, a lot of shaken families coming here for the first time. This is day one of cleanup, but it's been a messy one like it was in Joplin with the heavy rain. But at least now the sun is out and people are starting to show up and looking at the devastation.
All right, thanks, Brian. I know we'll be hearing a lot more from you over the next couple of days. Back to you guys.
Okay, thank you very much.